Welcome to Revolve, episode post review with the invisible man and woman, Terrell and CJ, aka For Real Love, REOD, Wrestling Hub and Coach, FCH, double on you,
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever seen Zach Morris, A.G. Slater, Turtle, I've got Lisa Turtle, Screech, shout out to Screech, and all the others, you realize that this show is crazy. Welcome to WWE Evolve Post Review episode 45. Shout out to Jordan. I'm here today with Hear These Thoughts. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Coach from the Atlantic to my heart. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. It's good to be back.
I missed you, sir. EOD, Mr. Double Time, Mr. Triple Time, Mr. Overtime with a little bit of extra time. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here.
Terrell and CJ, take it away.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Terrell, and this is my fiance, the beautiful werewolf.
Hello, it's CJ Wolfie. How y'all doing?
And together we are
Real Love.
And we are here to give y'all the post review for Evolve episode 45. We are here with the main man and the lady themselves. We have Mr. and Mrs. Invisible. We also have Hear These Thoughts. And always remember, you can only hear his thoughts when he's speaking them. And if you don't like it, so be it. We got Mr. EOD33 with the Busta Rhymes ponytail. You feel me? Oh, yeah, man. And don't you ever come in here and try to disrespect, because you are. He'll get you all in check. And then we also...
Oh my God.
And last but not least, man, we got Coach. Glad you're feeling better, man. And yeah, man, we are the post review Evolve podcast family.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Not Lost in Japan. Shout out to the RWC show. Shout out to Neurodivergence. Shout out to us. Shout out to Coach and EOD Wrestling Hub. We're about 5 to 7 left on, and Hear These Thoughts as well. And in the future, anyone else that wants to jump on, but too late. Not a boo boo. Ladies and gentlemen, we start off the show with the ID prospects backstage. Well, not even backstage in the parking lot, just chilling out, doing their thing. They're talking crap about Jackson. They're talking crap about Karen Hendricks and his crew. Nana boo boo. Laney Luck says, and I quote, "I have been working in the Midwest for more than 10 years to get my shot." We'll talk about that a little later, ladies and gentlemen. I love continuity. As that's happening, I think it was EOD. I was watching his live watch along, and EOD said, "I wonder if they get banished from the building." And sure enough, freaking ref comes in. "Hey, man, I was just informed that Hardway, Rourke, Mr. New Sexy Man, who's the guy? Who's the new cowboy? God,
Mike Cunningham.
The one that we said the shit. Thank you, CJ. CJ's on.
Yeah,
come on, Cardona.
He told me that. He told me that was it. I was trying to figure out who that dude was.
Yeah, she was like, "Who?"
I was like, "Who is this dude?"
Who is that dude right there? And I was like, "Babe, that's Mike Cunningham, man."
Now he changed up a lot.
Mike
Like that man got a
He got that bag. He been hanging out with
shoes.
He been hanging out with the Vanity Project over the holidays, man. He
changed up a whole lot now. Yeah, he too bougie. Like you changed up.
That's Walker Texas Ranger. Mike Cunningham right there.
that kind of feels like that's Walker Texas Ranger, and he watched the Roxbury's. Like for some weird reason, he watched both things at the same time and then clicked it.
Oh, and then his energy is Roadhouse.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
yes, it is. It's kind of weird.
No. No, Footloose. More like Footloose.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I recently
saw he could bust a good dance move any minute. I could literally see him like
great
balls of fire.
Yeah. with a piano and then someone drop kicks them. Yeah, that works. And in wrestling terms, that works. But ladies and gentlemen, those four got banned, except for Cappuccino, except for Laney Luck, and except for Sean Legacy. And his face turned from happiness to sad. Now, before we get to our thoughts on this intro, we have a special other intro came out. Before the show even started, Cam Hendricks basically deboed Robert Stone and Blake Howard. Let's listen.
I am apparently Stooge Stone. Well, I am a Stooge.
And I'm
Yes.
Blake. Really?
Say it.
I love to be bullied by Keanu Carver Howard.
That does seem to be true. And this is your weekly WWE Evolve 2B teaser on what is going to be the greatest episode in Evolve history.
Which will be run by Team PC, who are the most handsome, the strongest, most complete future greats of the WWE.
Yeah, that's right. 8 p.m. tonight on Evolve. I'm taking control of everything. The referee, the cameraman, the ring announcer, even this dumb little camera right here. And my three boys are gonna soften up Jackson Drake, and I'm gonna win that Evolve title next week. So tap in, cause it's always lights.
Cam,
Do I have action?
Oh,
And then we're gonna
They
go
were
to the
on one.
VIP section. We're gonna go
They
to the
were on
VIP
one
section.
last
We're
night.
gonna drink us a couple of Budweisers.
man. They were on.
I
We're
wish.
gonna drink us some
I
Steve
wish.
Weisers.
Now, you know what? CJ Wolfie Terrell, your thoughts on the backstage promo with the ID and Cam Hendricks bullying Robert Stone and Blake Howard because they were bitches. Their thoughts.
Gee, he basically did debo them. Like it was funny. It was funny. Like he said, he taking over. He took over everything. So it was funny.
Yeah, I feel like the show started off the way it needed to. It was in good fashion, you know, and yeah, they bullied the mess out of that guy for real. Feel bad for him. Feel bad for Howard.
Oh him, right? Help
I
him.
don't. I don't. They continuously they turn him into Chewy. I love that. No, you're the Chewy of our.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Chewy, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk
Oh,
about him in a different way. Coach, your thoughts on backstage and this little intro that they did.
I think it was pretty entertaining. I liked it. I love how they just kind of said like "fuck you," you're not getting paid today to some of the ID guys. So that was good. Yeah, I was kind of expecting some of them are just gonna like arrive and like what do you call it, like invade the show kind of. But I'm glad they didn't. I think the show was entertaining as it is. And then yeah, Cam Hendricks, he's really entertaining. I know I dissed him a lot. Well, I haven't been on a podcast to diss him, but on my videos I dissed him a lot. But I think he's actually pretty entertaining. I think he's doing a really good job with being just a hateable guy. So I really enjoyed that. I didn't actually see that clip you showed before, so it was new to me.
Yeah, I like the one. That's the only one I can show without getting in trouble. EOD, your thoughts on the backstage, them getting kicked out, and Cam Hendricks treating them like little babies.
This to me was perfect. When they said they were taking over, they literally took over every aspect of the show from promotion. That's crazy. The 2B teaser usually comes on like hours before the show comes on just to kind of promote the show. The fact they took that over too was insane. And using Blake Howard's trauma over that interview with Keanu Carver from a couple weeks ago, he said, make him read that script. So I like the whole thing, and the fact you have the since they were in charge, and the fact that they banned the other guys except for the ones that were supposed to be there, because Jensen was talking about last week how he wanted to beat up Cappuccino Jones because, well, he just wants to beat up Cappuccino Jones, and yeah. So it was good. And something I said last week ended up happening, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, I thought this was really entertaining. It was so juvenile, but it was awesome, and it just got worse or better depending on how you look at it as the night went on.
Yeah, like a Van Gogh picture. Here are these thoughts, your thoughts on that, and Cam Hendricks treating them like just. I you know what? I feel bad for them. I'm not gonna diss him anymore for now. Just your thoughts.
Yeah, I'll second what EOD said. And in the beginning, I was like, how far did they park away from the building? Because they was walking for like 2 minutes. And then when a referee ran outside to talk to him, it seemed like he ran far too. And for them to walk that far away from the car, for them to say, no, go back to your cars, I'm like, that is the most juvenile thing you can do to anybody at this point in time. And like EOD said, I love the fact that they actually did take over the show, because most of the time in wrestling, when someone says we took over the show, it really isn't like that. But like EOD said, from the promotion to everything that happened in the ring to the graphics, I thought it was a very entertaining moment.
Okay, that's cool. Cardi M, your thoughts on the intro that all four got kicked out? You know, all the four couldn't go inside. Hardaway and Rourke and the sexy man. I forgot his name. I keep forgetting his freaking name. Sexy man. And then the other guy, and then the fact Cam Hendricks telling Blake Howard and Robert Storm, read a script, I want to beat your ass. Not saying it on camera, but we get the implications.
No, I agree. Like, in general, my thoughts on this episode is, you know, they did something different, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, they did do them dirty, like the way they treated the ID, you know, the ID wrestlers in this episode. So.
By the way, every time Blake Howard takes a corner, he thinks he hears this voice.
Back to the streets. This is about me taking what's mine.
I had that clip
That
saved.
man-
I totally forgot
That
about
man
that.
got PTSD, man.
He do
Oh
always.
my
That
god.
man got PTSD for real.
Oh.
Whoever's watching this, please make a now, like then, now, and
Oh.
forever clip, but just Blake Howard, like then Blake Howard, like just forever. Please do that. We go now to Team PC, where I think they just watched School of Rock immediately and then just did the graphics with the same thing. People coming out, Cam Hendricks doing his weird pose every single time, like 6 times. Beep, beep, beep. All that stuff happening. We see that the Team PC people are in the VIP section, all of them. And you see Tay Wilder and Shawn Legacy already in the ring. They say, okay, it's time to do some damage. We have 3 stipulations to the match. First match, you against you. Blake Howard was about to start the match, and I think I have the clip right here. I think I have it here. I think I do. Here it is.
Following contest scheduled for one. Nah. Why don't you sit there, shut up, and take notes? All right, we're gonna take control of this. Yeah. Matter of fact, Jax, why don't you take this one? And down in this corner, a man who will probably fight for hot dogs and handshakes his entire career. A man you could probably find at your local VFW. It's Super Shawn Legacy. Super. And in the other corner, we have a self-proclaimed thrill seeker whose biggest thrill of his life was not joining our faction. And then, well, now there's Harlem Lewis. Yeah.
Part made me laugh. Okay, hold on a second. That part made me laugh. But before we get to that, I'll continue on. When Cam Hendricks said, whoever loses has to clean the Team PC for a month. Whoever wins will get a number one contender match against me after I beat Jackson Drake. Immediately, freaking Harlan Lewis came in, slid the hell in. No, I want a championship right now. It's for a championship. Let's freaking go. No. Here's the part I told Cardell, because I watched this back twice. Carver, sir, you had one job. In acting, you wait for one person to finish their sentence, and then you say the sentence. Immediately when Harlan Lewis came in and started saying two words, hey, here comes Keanu Carver. Hey, you know what? I don't give a crap about these guys. Just let them do this. I mean, dude, just please, small things. That's it. They said, all right, fine. Match starts. It's really freaking good. Tate Wilder, I guess, realized someone told him you'll get fired unless you do some badass stuff. Did a jump to the outside. At halfway through the match, Cam Hendricks said, no. You know what? Weapons involved. It threw the weapons in. After we come back from commercial, the Team PC people are giving Shawn Legacy a chair. Let's remember this. They're telling him, go hit Tay Wilder because he's a traitor. Go hit Tay Wilder. Hit him. Come on. Why don't you do it? He hesitates because he's still trying to be the whole Super Shawn Legacy crap. Harlan Lewis said, you know what? You're a dumbass, and just elbowed him right in the face and murdered him. At a point in the match, I love that point. Like, just, bah! Harlem Lewis just reminded me of like PJ Voss in the match like 2 weeks ago. Like, kind of like he was the heavy, but he could be destroyed by doing a drop toe hold on the chair. At one point as well, Tate Wilder, I love this part. Tate Wilder puts a chair on Sean Legacy, then goes to the second rope, bounces off it, and does a splash. This guy is getting ballsy in his moves, and I love that about him. In the end, after Harlem Lewis missed a couple times with the kendo stick, hit with a couple times with the kendo stick, Sean Legacy, either by accident on purpose, I'm asking you guys this question, by accident on purpose, did a kind of like a Death Valley driver to a chair to Tate Wilder. And at that moment when he got up and tried to like recover himself, Harlem Lewis did a spear into the table, which I love that Sean Legacy put his hand up, his hand on top of his head, said, I'm gonna get hit with the table anyway. I'm not even gonna try to reverse this. Oh shit. And then the table hit Harlem Lewis's head, the Slim Jim. Oh yeah. For the pin. 1, 2, 3. Harlem Lewis is your supposed number one contender for the championship of Evolve if Cam Hendricks wins. Here are these thoughts, your thoughts and rating of the match, and the fact that 3 stipulations, weapons, and Harlem Lewis.
Yeah, I thought it was a whole lot of fun, especially, when he started off and saying that whoever loses this match got to clean the locker room. I was like, okay, that's kind of juvenile. Is he going to add like swirlies or wedgies and stuff into it? But then he added the weapons in later, and I was like, okay, that made this a lot more interesting, especially with Harlem Lewis in it. I'm like, he's going to destroy people in here, and he did exactly that. And I thought this match was a whole lot of fun. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a really, really great match. Very, very entertaining and something different. This is something else that we don't really see in wrestling, where people can just call the stipulations as the match goes on. So Evolve did something, at least for me, that's pretty new.
That was actually pretty cool. TJ Wolfie Terrell, your thoughts and rating of the match, and the fact that they called Harlem Lewis Meathead, they called Super Sean Legacy no super. They cut it out in the graphic and they put a little mustache and a little goatee on him, and they called him Tate Slower. They just took that out like he's just Tate Slower. Your thoughts on that?
Tate Slower is great.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. These dudes still just doing the most of that whole situation. But I like the match though. The match was like, it's A to me. It's A. And Harlem Lewis winning, it'll be interesting to see if Cam really gonna get that belt from Jason Drake next week. And it'll be a pretty good match. But them dudes, PC dudes they did the most. It was funny and it was good at the same time.
Yeah, Team PC was crazy all the way. Even from the open, it kind of gave me a mindset of like NWO, like the stuff they was doing, like the Wolfpack with the red, ink and all that stuff. It was
taking over.
Yeah, they was really taking over, like some outsiders like type energy. The match was good. The only thing that threw me off about the match, besides me giving it an A because I think it was very entertaining, was that adding weapons into a triple threat match is already no disqualification. That's something that's different in Evolve that I don't know. But nonetheless, it was really, really good. And yeah, man, Sean Legacy pissed me off.
Yeah.
He had the saddest look on his face when he had the weapon in his hand. It's like
you go use it.
You're not gonna break the rule.
It ain't gonna make you no different. It's weapons back. Go ahead and hit him with it.
I was so mad.
You got an opportunity to give you a number contender.
Yeah.
Just use it.
As far as in Tate Wilder, I like his performance in this match as well. I need Tate Wilder to revive the hardcore belt, please. Please, man. I got cheeseburgers for you too, man. That's it. Just cheeseburgers, nothing else.
What?
I ain't giving you nothing else.
Oh God.
I'm not a crackhead.
And they knew not to say nothing to Harlem Lewis either at the end of that when they was cracking jokes on everybody.
Oh yeah, they knew not to say nothing to Harlem Lewis.
No.
Yeah.
They knew that they want to.
They knew that, yeah.
They ran out of jokes at that point.
Jesus Christ, I love this show.
Coach.
Your thoughts?
I don't know when this was during one of the matches, but I saw Jax Presley in the background just doing 6'7", and that cracked me up. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
I didn't see that.
No.
He section, he was doing 6'7" during one of the matches. I can't remember where it was, but that really cracked me up. And then I think this match was really entertaining for me just because how chaotic it was. I don't think we've seen a match like this anywhere recently, so it was just really fun. Definitely an A+ match for me, just purely out of the entertainment aspect. What I would like to happen though is if Cam Hendricks does win the championship next week. He never specified when the title match is. He just said after I won the championship. So I kind of hope that Harlem Lewis just right after matches comes up and be like, "Hey, it's my chance now. Let me just take the belt."
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I think it was a really good match. I was thoroughly entertained during all of it, and I love just how they mocked everyone constantly. I kind of wish they just cut commentary off and let the PC guys do the commentary during the whole match because that would have been really entertaining. But yeah, definitely a great opening set match segment for the show. I think you're muted.
You muted.
My,
Oh, we can hear you.
my apologies. EOD, your thoughts?
From the very opening, because normally when I do my live stream, I'll be like, all right, I'll go through the opening and then I pause it so everybody can catch up. When I saw that opening, and it was just the PC team with the little, I don't know, Microsoft Word little graphics on it, like they took. I was like, you gotta be kidding, you gotta be kidding me. Cam Hendricks with the whatever karate stuff that he was doing. I was like, these people are not serious. And the entrances, the way they did it, it was like, yeah, blah blah blah. Call him like Super Strong Legacy. Blah. I'm like, that was crazy. Yeah, you're right. Hear these thoughts. Like when it came to Harlem Lewis, they're just like, all right, it's just Harlem Lewis and everything. They didn't want to even acknowledge this man. And the way they did the stipulation, I thought was pretty cool. Especially the weapons. And to me, it felt like they just introduced the weapons because they just want them to beat the hell out of each other. They didn't care who won the match. And Sean Legacy, I think that was the reason why he hesitated because basically you just gave them this chair just so he could beat up Tate Wilder, and that's it. Like whether he wins the match or not, that's the reason why I think he hesitated. But yeah, Harlem Lewis didn't hesitate. He didn't hesitate one bit. And what I hope happens is because it seems like Cam Hendricks has to win the belt for Harlem Lewis to get that shot. I think Harlem Lewis is going to interfere in that match and help Cam Hendricks win that match somehow, some way, just to make sure he gets a shot at the title. But I could be wrong.
Well,
but the whole thing was entertaining as hell to me. Oh, go ahead.
No, go on. Because like I forgot about to say one other thing, but keep going.
Oh no, that was it. That's all I was going to say. So,
okay. Two things. I thank you for reminding me this. Two things. Vanity Project was backstage in the dorm room. They were talking about a girl, but like she's not that hot, but I'm really into her. And then Brad Bear's like, oh yeah, totally, whatever. Jackson Drake, which again, I really don't like saying the name out loud because then I gotta press the button, and then the button is just I'm not in the mood for that right now. I forgot the button. I can't find the button right now. The point is that he was scared. He was petrified talking about my and then our. He didn't say mine, I mean our. He said mine and our title here in Evolve. So he's including those two as a unit. He's not thinking about just himself. Like as we remember back in the day, we were like, oh, he used to always say me, and then no one else. I wanted to put that out there. One. Two, Jackson Presley. Sorry, was it the Space Cowboy? Jackson Presley, the Space Cowboy, pre water on his hair, and Jackson Presley post water look two totally different people. He looks like a freaking rocker goth guy. Because when I saw him later on doing like at the main event, he had his hair wet and it's just too red hair. I'm like, where did you get red hair from? I thought you were blondes. What the? Anyway, I'll put that out there. But for me, this was an A match. I love the fact that they keep going with the Shawn Legacy thing, even though Shawn Legacy and Tate Wilder should have realized, like, hey, Tate Wilder, even if I lose, I'm not going to clean the PC for a month because I'm going to NXT. So no matter what, you're going to clean the PC for a month. Bye. So that sucks for Wilder. He is Tate slower. He didn't really think about that. Cardi M, your thoughts on the triple threats? Harlem Lewis won. Basically, PW Torch said, don't mind if I do. That's Harlem Lewis's mentality.
No, this Harlem Lewis, like his new character, I'm into it. It's very interesting. I like the match. What else was I gonna say? Crap. No, No, I like the fact that they were too scared to say anything about Harlem Lewis.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's
still-
pretty much it.
Next week they would. Next week they won't say anything either. They won't say a damn thing.
They know, like, be scared. It's like Duck Dynasty or something. I don't know.
He's weird. He has a girlfriend who's depressed. No wonder he's angry. Next up, Harley Riggins comes out. Next up, PJ, which I love. You're right. You're right, Coach. I wish they were the commentators and the announcers. They were way better than these guys. It really felt like ROH, ECW announcers back in the day, where they really put passion because they called out PJ Vasa and they really treated it like if it was Brock Lesnar. Like PJ, I'm like, damn. Like, you really loved Vince McMahon, didn't you, bro? You really loved him.
Y'all know what I wish?
Yeah.
I wish Cam was mic'd up the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I wish he was just mic'd up. Like in his next match, he pull a Black Snow and just like announce his moves like every time he do something.
Oh Lord.
Awesome.
Like when Booker T was in TNA,
Man,
that was hilarious.
oh my God.
Oh, here comes Booker T with a spinning kick. Oh.
That would be awesome. No, here we go. I think I have it right here. What's this next one? Next up, PJ Vasa. Oh, wait, wrong one. Either way. PJ Vasa versus Laney Luck. Now, these PC, like, I love that they're breaking the fourth wall, this Team PC. So much so, when we come back from commercial break, like, we see PJ Vasa and everyone does the hand signs, like, even the TPC guys, they're like just doing it themselves, really having fun. Cam Hendricks is like overextending it. Then we go to commercial. When we come back from commercial, Laney Luck is already in the ring, right? These assholes break the fourth wall. Let's listen.
And her opponent actually had to be announced during commercial because she's an ID jabroni. So, good luck, ladies. Come on, Peter. That's kind of funny.
No, it's not funny to Laney Luck.
Did she really need an entrance anyway?
Yes, I think she did.
Come on.
Now Laney Luck.
Yeah. This match only lasted 3 minutes, 19 seconds. Laney Luck had, and Coach said this in his review. Check out his review on Coach FCHW. Laney Luck had more offense in this match than the Carmen Petrovic match. But PJ Vasa just having power. She tried to jump on top of her. PJ Vasa just turned it into the issue for the 1-2-3. I give this a B. And by the way, here's a question for everyone else here. I think technically Lady Luck is the only ID prospect of the women. I think that's why they picked her. So we'll go clockwise. Here's these thoughts and rating, and the fact that they had to pick Lady Luck because.
Yeah. I think well, they didn't say it, but I feel like they picked Laney Luck obviously for the reason you said. But I think it's because she is the ID champion. So they're like, okay, we're gonna humiliate your champion in this as well, while we embarrass everybody else here. But just as Coach said, she had more offense in this match than she did against the Carmen Petrovic match. And the way that they called out PJ Vasa when they were like, PJ Vasa, come get some. It was like when Shane Son said, Goro, come out and fight people. And the way she came out after that, it was amazing. But I personally don't like to see Laney Luck lose. I don't have a problem with the choice. I get why they did it. But I want to see her get a win at some point. But I know right now they're not going to do it yet. But overall, I thought the match was actually a B as well for me.
Okay.
That's basically everything I was gonna say.
That Cardi M said that. That's basically what she was gonna say too. CD with Terrell, your thoughts?
Yeah, that it's kind of odd. Yeah, she is on ID, only a WID prospect, but yeah, she did. Yeah, a lot more offense on this match, and they had a pretty good, decent match. So I'll give it a B. But the presentation they gave PJ Vasa in the beginning was it was intense and like what she really needs for like a interest when she comes out. So she need that little boost. So really good on the performance center for that. But yeah, it present her like a monster, which it should be.
Yeah, and it was like a whole bunch of homeboys and her brother.
Right, like they hyping her up.
Hey, little sis, come out here and whoop this girl.
hype her up.
For real, man. The way they did Laney Luck, that was actually, I'm not even gonna lie, I dang near dropped my drink laughing at that. That was funny. How they broke the fourth wall. It was pretty amazing.
They were wrong
that. Yeah, for real. That was funny. The match was decent. I'll give it a B. And Yeah, Baby V, she did what she had to do, and I also like the way they hyped her up after the match as well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a pretty cool touch to it. Yeah.
Before we get the coach, Cardi.
No, with PJ Vasa, I feel like she's a monster with a baby face. That's the best way I can describe her. But yeah, that's a good point about the ID match, or the ID champion with Lane Luck. I didn't consider that that's why they would have picked her, but I agree. I don't like seeing her lose, but I get that right now she's probably going to be on a losing streak for a little bit at least until she starts coming up. So I was talking about it with Alex, and I feel like Cappuccino Jones or Mocha Jones in this episode, and Lane Luck are like the jobbers of Evolve right now.
And they're the champions in a subpar evolving version. Like that's what pisses me off. That's what pisses me off. Like Cappuccino and Laney Luck are both ID champions, and they're killing it on the indies. You can see it live in WWN. But the fact that when Evolve, they are it's little big differences between Laney Luck and Cappuccino Jones. I'll say about that. Coach, your thoughts and rating of the match.
Yeah, I think you guys mostly said what I wanted to say. The match was good. It did all it needed to do. I'm also kind of upset with what they're doing with Laney Luck because she is the ID champion, and I feel like you do have to put respect on those belts, even if you don't really focus on them on the show itself. I mean, Kylie Ray was pretty well booked while she was here. Cappuccino Jones, he had a valid reason to lose tonight. I mean, his arm was behind his back, so you can't really judge that. But beyond that, he's been in a relatively successful tag team. Laney Luck has just been given losses, and it makes sense, but I still feel like we need to throw at least a bone, just give her a victory or something, just show that, hey, the champions of the ID scene, they actually matter. But beyond that, I understand why she had to lose. You had to make PJ Vasa look dominant. So it was overall a good match. Yeah, I just don't think there's much to say about the match itself, but it was pretty good. Yeah, B. I'd give it a B.
Okay. EOD?
All right. Laney, look, this is what her third match on Evolve, right? I think she's at the wrong place, wrong time. Second match? Oh, second match? Yeah. She was at the wrong place, the wrong time. Like, I get what y'all saying about her, the ID champion and everything, but man, the way this episode was booked, there was no way she was winning this match tonight. And I love the fact how they called out PJ. And I think I said this last week. The only way there's going to be a women's match is if they decide on the fly we're going to have a women's match, because the Kendall Gray match that she wanted to have, Cam shot that down last week. Said, "Nah, that's not happening." So I guess that could happen next week or the week after. But it's like it wasn't happening today. But we all was like, yeah, we don't want to see a whole card without at least one women's match on it. So I'm glad it was this, and I'm going to give it an A because I include the presentation and the antics of the PC guys. So I'm giving it an A because I was just laughing from beginning to end. The way they hyped them up, the way it was dirty when it was like, yeah, she had to get introduced during the commercial break because I'm like, come on, man, that's too much. But yeah, they were just trolls the entire match. And PJ Vasa, she dominated. And you're right, like to me, Laney Luck did show that she's good. Like I've seen her outside of the like you said on like Twitter, her independent matches and stuff like that as champion. But
she's good.
PJ Vasa got a nice little dominant win, and yeah, she's Team PC, and yeah, that was Debo out there last night. So yeah, I give it an A because I just like the whole presentation. The match was good, but with the presentation on top of it, it's an A for me.
Okay, I give you that. Like, I understand. Like, I just don't like it when someone says, "I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been busting my ass for 10 years." Stop saying it. If you're going to lose, don't say it at the same episode. Like, just say it after the fact. Like, come on, guys. Really? Like, Kylie Ray never said that. She not once in Evolve, Kylie Ray ever said her length in like, no, I worked with like, no, because she showed out. Kylie Ray's name is known out there. I didn't even know who the hell Laney Luck was until I started seeing her on the indies. I'm like, oh, cool. She's okay. She's a good wrestler. She's not a great wrestler. Not putting that out there, but she's a okay to good wrestler. 10 years in, it makes sense.
To be fair, they haven't really given her a lot to work with anyway. I feel like she's just been grouped in with the ID guys. So I don't feel like they've really given her an opportunity to stand out. So I guess she's just going with what she has, and that being she's worked for so long. But yeah, I get what you mean. I do think they should give her something, and she shouldn't be talking about her experience if she's gonna get her ass whooped.
Also, yes. Also, before we get to the next segment, Carly Bright, where are you? We need you back, please, please, boo boo. All right, come on. Jesus, I'm tired of this. No Carly Bright at all. I see her in NXT. I saw her in NXT 3 times. Wow. I see you more in NXT than Evolve. Just like,
shoot.
Yeah, man, we need that.
One thing real quick. Cam Hendricks, he's not beating Terrell's allegations of The Rock, because when he had that suit on, that reminded me of the Intercontinental Rock. When he had, like, he don't got the shirt on.
He said
he's not beating the allegations.
I'm telling you, man, he's a variant. He's a variant, man.
That variant.
In his defense, I feel like out of all the people that like are kind of copying The Rock, I feel like he's doing it a lot better than other people that are currently doing it.
Yeah. I like it. I like it though. But when he came with the suit, I was like, oh damn. I'm like, he reminded me of The Rock in the IC days.
He does.
He heard Terrell. I think he trolled.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't see why some fans like some fans, they take offense to it. Like, oh, stop comparing them to others. Like, it's okay. It's nothing to get upset about. If I think that they remind me of someone else, it's not a bad thing. But you know, some people, man, they be killing me with that. For real.
He's
and it's
not
like
copying
it's
okay.
It's like you have to, because sometimes we want to see superstars be booked a little bit better. Sometimes we just need an example of how they could be booked. It don't mean they have to be booked that way, but yeah, man, Cam, he's doing his thing.
I like that for
and
Cam.
even then, I feel like people want to see another version of The Rock, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with trying to be the next Rock if you can do it well and with your own additions to it. It's like people want to see a Rock type character, like how Jeff Hardy has so many copies. People want to see that kind of stuff. So I agree with Terrell. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with trying to be that.
Yeah. You know what's wrong though? After the match, you know what's coming. After the match, they talk about PJ Vasa. PJ Vasa's a mom. PJ Vasa's like in the middle, like doing her little hand things. It's pretty cool. And they call out Cappuccino Jones, bring your ass out here. You're about to get an ass whooping. Keanu Carver says, well, wait a minute. We have a special backstage segment with Chewy Martinez. And I was gonna record this. I just did it myself.
Oh my god.
I wanted to, but it's too short. Kevin Hendricks, if you watch this, please do at least 5 seconds worth. I will tag you. I will ask for collaboration. I will do everything. Just 5 seconds. That's all. Now, Chewy Martinez is in the back with a piece of paper and a cameraman, and obviously, you're gonna get the fucking button. Oh wait, you know what? No, wait. I'll get this one. This one. No.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I'm cutting it for music, and I'm not doing that this time. Chewy Martinez reads a paper. He says he makes the PC makes him read a derogatory letter about the team ID, talking about the bingo halls and the small places where they get semi-famous. He gets offense to it, rolls up the piece of paper, and throws it at the cameraman. Obviously, the next day he went to jail for assault on equipment on the WWE company and its affiliates. So we'll talk about that at the jail time later on. But what are your thoughts? Hear these thoughts on Chewy being a little bitch, because obviously no one's attacking you. No one's talking about you. You have changed your clothes, so that's why I was gonna put the second song, but this is not the point of it. No one is attacking you, sir. They're making you do your job and announce. What's the problem? Hear these thoughts, your thoughts.
Oh my god.
All right, you said what you said to say perfectly. It to a degree, and this is not derogatory towards Chewy, but it did feel like he wanted so bad to be involved with the people who are being held hostage when no one was holding him hostage. No one was speaking to him. So he picked up a random piece of paper and was like, yeah, I'm held hostage too, so let me just read something random. And I was just like, okay, why did that happen? Like, I looked down, I looked back up, and it was over. So I didn't understand why it happened, but you know, it was there. What can I do?
Terrell, CJ.
Man.
Let's move on to Terrell and Wolfie. I'll take over hosting job now. You guys go.
Team PC.
Man, really? Hey,
I think I'm fine.
Team.
Terrell,
Man.
CJ. Come on.
when I first started to see this segment comes up with Chewy, I said, first thing come to mind, I said, Lord, Alex gonna have a field day with this. But it was I no, he just he'll know they pretty much did the same thing to him, but they did to Blake and Robert. So it was funny. It was fun.
Yeah, man. Cam was funny as heck when he did that Chewy call, man. I don't even want to do the Chewbacca no more. We got to know whatever he did.
It's stupid, man.
Oh yeah, man. Chewy, man, Chewy, he slick likes it. The fact that he had to actually do his job by the book this time and was pissed off about it shows his character.
Lord.
Shame on you, Chewy. Shame on you. But I love the camouflage shirt though. I will say that I love the camouflage button up. It was amazing. The only thing that PC got wrong was he should have been in a suit, like Byron Saxton, like Mr. Blake Howard, you know. He should have matched his colleagues. That would have been real torture. He wouldn't love that. I gotta wear a suit.
I gotta wear something different.
I don't have the budget, but we're gonna pay for it. I gotta go. Anyway,
no. He's gonna remember. He's gonna remember you, Alex, and he's gonna inbox you for the funds.
GoFundMe.
So you remember that time when I told you to buy me some clothes? I actually need you help. I actually need your help this time.
I'll do a GoFundMe for him, but I have to tell him, I have to put your head on like some really good Abercrombie and Fitch models because it's not gonna work. That's somebody to lie.
Not Abercrombie and Fitch.
Anyway, Coach, your thoughts.
Oh my god.
I can't take Chewy seriously anymore. Not after doing this whole thing with Alex. I genuinely can't take anything he does seriously anymore. Because anytime I see him, I think of what is Alex going to say on the review tonight, and it's just it kind of ruins him for me.
Nearly
I was never really invested in him anyway. But yeah, after time this stuff, I'm just like, how is Alex going to make fun of this tonight? So I don't even really take his stuff as part of the show anymore. It's like, okay, what's gonna happen tonight? But I think it was fine. I don't have a lot to say about it, but I think it was fine.
And that is actually mind blowing that we all have that same mindset of like, bro, Alex is gonna have a field day.
He should be doing something.
Even if he does right, Alex is gonna find he's gonna find the layers. Like, no, see what you didn't see was he was holding the paper like this. He was holding the mic like this.
You know what's crazy? This is the most I paid attention to what anybody wears in professional wrestling until I think about. I'm like, what is Alex looking at on this guy? What is he wearing wrong? What color shirt is he?
Oh yeah, he had the Chester Cheetah skin print that he had on today. I saw that. I saw the Cheetos. He ate a lot of Cheetos and I got a jacket for it. That's not the point of it.
My conspiracy is that Alex is the whole reason that segment was on this episode.
Remember the back in the day they had those Cheeto bags with deploy points on the back, and you collect them and get a prize.
He's been collecting them since he was back in 1955. He's that old, you fat bat. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, Cardi, go.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
I was saying that I think you're the reason the segment was on the episode in the first place, because they looked online at the IWC and saw that this podcast is making fun of Chewy. Like, you know what? We should do that for this episode.
I'm one of three, ladies and gentlemen. I'm one of three. Shout out to the DWC show.
WC is ruthless sometimes. Love you guys.
Okay, and I swear to God, you better pray to the gods of the wrestling soup guys. The main guys don't go after your ass, Chewy. They're gonna just destroy you with a chainsaw. Anyway, EOD, I am so sorry, sir. Your thoughts on the Chewy segment before we get to the match.
All right, I've never had a problem with Chewy, but I agree with everybody else. Whenever I see Chewy, the first thing I think about is Alex. What is Alex gonna say about this? So when he came out yesterday But just the outfit alone, like to me, it was like I couldn't rock it, but it looked kind of cool. But I was just like, what is he going to say about this outfit? But my only problem with the whole thing that he did yesterday was the fact that he took the ball after he read it and he threw it. It's like, okay, yeah, they made you read it. They made Blake read his thing and everything too. You have to throw it at the camera. To me, I thought something was going to happen because he threw it at the camera. That's what I thought was going to happen. But what he was reading, the way well, it wasn't him. It was on the paper. What they said about the ID program was foul as hell. It's like, yeah, it was a good experiment and everything to make these guys feel better and everything, but they're not the future of the WWE and blah blah blah. I'm like, man, y'all were cold blooded with this. But
Thank you for
yeah,
reminding
like
me.
Chewy and Alex, they're like peanut butter and jelly. Like I can't think about one without thinking about the other at this point.
Okay, I get that.
yeah.
I was just say like Chewy and Alex, Cartman and Kyle. Yeah,
Yeah, Cartman and Kyle.
Cartman and Kyle.
Or like the infamous. It's like an infamous combination that shouldn't go together, but when you actually taste it together, it's pretty damn good. Like pickles and peanut butter.
Okay.
They shouldn't go together, but they taste good together.
Well, I actually don't even like peanut butter, so for me, jelly and peanut butter would be that.
But all right, I'm talking about food right now. I'm not talking about, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, next match. We come back from commercial from Chewy walking away, getting to his car, and going back home to go to Rudderburger. After that, we come back from commercial. Cappuccino Jones is already in the ring, but then they just cut the thing off and called him Mocha Jones. That's so many implications. I don't like that because Cappuccino would have said, "That's still a coffee, you idiot." I'm not really. All right, sure. You could have said like Cutwater Jones or something. I don't know. Either way, this match, before the match started, Cam Hendricks said, make sure to tighten the right arm. I don't want him to give the espresso shot. Get that right arm. Do it. So they put that, like, he really got aggressive, which I do love Cam Hendricks and just talking in general. They put the right arm. Brooks Jensen comes in. They have the match starts. Coach, EOD, shout out Not Lost in Japan. They all said the same thing. Like, there's no way he's gonna win this, but there was times where I kind of thought he was actually gonna win this. Because you got one hand behind your back, but you're doing drop toe holds. You're doing your expenditure more on your legs than on your body, and it makes sense on that. Brooks Jensen was trying. Cam Hendricks, the facial expressions that he did was awesome. Every time Cappuccino had to come back, he's like, oh shit, every single time. In the end, after Cappuccino Jones tried to do another special. He was trying to do a second Slumdog Millionaire. He did one, it worked. When he tried to do the other Slumdog Millionaire, Brooks Jensen did Cedric Alexander's finisher, which was just jump him in the air and bonk, bounce him. I think one of the guys from Shock the System did that too. I forgot what his name was. The guy with the shitty little boots. Damn, what's his name? Not O'Reilly. Yeah, that one. Not Bobby Fish.
No, Bobby Fish. It was It's Roger Strong.
Yeah, Roger Strong. And I only say shitty little boots because that's what it was in the Indies, because he had really shitty little boots. So the crowd would just chant that for minutes and minutes and minutes. That's on me. That's not me. For the 1, 2, 3, and it was a good match. It was really good. I respect that it was a good match. But here are these thoughts, your thoughts and rating of the match. I'll say mine at the end of it.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match, and I agree. It was pretty cool to see him pull off the lumbar check in the match. But it was some parts that I thought was kind of strange, where Brooks Jensen was going for the arm that was already tied up. And I'm just like, this guy is like punching you in the face with the arm that's free. Why not go after the parts of his body that can actually move around? So he got to like pretty much hop around the ring to even beat you. But I thought that was really strange. And there was moments that I did think that Cappuccino Jones could win it. But the fact that it was taken over by Team PC, I just like, I know he's not winning this. There's no way. But overall, given the fact of what happened, I thought it was a pretty entertaining match.
Yeah. TJ Wolfie Terrell, what your thoughts and rating of this match? This match lasted 9 minutes, 8 seconds.
Yeah, I did a pretty good match too. And having his Cappuccino's arm strapped to this back, he had put up a good fight in that match for real. But I actually thought at least he could have won this match in some type of way. Cause he had some hope almost close to the end of the match, but yeah, he ended up getting checked by the band from Alabama. But yeah, I like it. I'll give it a B plus.
Oh yeah, man. Oh man, Mocha Jones, man. I mean, Cappuccino Jones. He did his thing, trying to defend himself in this match, and having a hand tied behind his back. Man, I really thought he was gonna pull it off. Like, I really thought he would still be able to, make a miracle happen, piss the PCs off. But Brooks Jensen, when Brooks Jensen, that was pretty strange too. When hearing his thoughts when he said that he was attacking the dominant arm. I mean, the tied up arm. Why not go after the dominant arm? That way he wouldn't have offense, which I think is the reason why he still had a little bit of offense in. But the man from Alabama, Bama, he put it off.
Coach.
Yeah, maybe it's just because I had beef with Brooks Jensen, but I really did not want him to win this match. And as much as Cappuccino Jones got offense, I was really, really hoping he pulled it off. I think personally this match did more for Cappuccino Jones outside of Adrenaline Drip than anything on Evolve so far. I feel like this is the most I've ever cared about him doing something. So I was really happy with that. But yeah, I'm gonna give this match an A+ just because I was so invested in it. I actually cared about this match. I feel like that was the biggest compliment I can give this match, that it just made me care and made me want to see one guy win, one guy lose. That doesn't always happen. So really proud of this match.
Okay. EOD?
Yeah, this match was really good, and the fact that Cappuccino Jones really had it wasn't like he barely had his hand tied behind his back. He had this whole contraption where he couldn't even move it. So for me, the fact that he could even get up, like, I don't know, I'm assuming he must be left-handed because I think his right hand was tied up, because I'm like, if his right hand was his predominant hand and he was still doing this stuff, I'm like, how hard it is to get up like on one side. That's why I was like, man, I'm watching this match and I'm like,
That's true.
He is doing his thing. Just falling on the ground, getting back up was impressive for me. And the fact that he really gave it a good showing, he gave Jensen a run for his money. He did, out of everything here, this was the match like maybe he might actually win. It wasn't going to happen though, as long as the PC was there. But he did give you hope that he might somehow be able to pull this off. And yeah, but he wasn't able to. So to me, I thought both men made it look, and Jensen was selling the hell out of it. Like, I can't believe I can't put him down. But he got him down at the end. So I did like it. I give the whole match an 8. I think this was the one that was the least. It was like more wrestling than like shenanigans was this match and everything. But it was really good. So I give the whole thing an A.
Okay. I give this match an A, and I'm going to say PW Torch's take on this for the reason why. We've seen variations, and I quote, "We've seen variations of this match before, but never with someone as athletically gifted as Jones. The match told a great, story and put Jones in the role he belongs in, that of the sympathetic babyface with the odds against him." A for me because of the fact that, yeah, I've seen like maybe 2 matches in my life where someone put their hand behind their back and like strapped up, mostly in like the main roster. But for a guy as gifted as Jones, the guy did kip ups, did most leg traps, leg maneuvers, and yeah, his right hand is his dominant hand. He always like, in commentary, I didn't get this, but in commentary, Robert Stone said, "Oh, now he's in trouble because he can't even drink coffee because that's his dominant right hand." And Rosenberg's like, "Why are you bringing that up?" Like, because it's true though. He can't drink coffee and fight. He can't do his espresso shot, which is his dominant right hand. I'm like, okay, sure, Stone. You go crap on a guy for drinking coffee. Okay, you're a stooge to Cam Hendricks. Other than that, great match. After that, it was. I really feel bad for Stone. After coming back from the break, after the match, Hendricks entered the ring and announced Jensen as the winner. They congratulated each other as the video banners in the studio were emblazoned with Team PC. Before we get to anything else, before the Cappuccino match started, Cam Hendricks told the guys go in the back, but I did love the difference between Jackson Drake's group and his group. Jackson Drake doesn't give a crap about his group. And Cam Hendricks is like, hey, go out there, destroy Jackson Drake, but don't work too hard. Don't hurt yourself. Just have fun though. I'm like, oh, that's a cool dad. I'm like, hey, you guys can murder this guy, but be safe though. Be safe. I do like that.
Oh, my
like
bad.
He cares.
My bad. We were laughing at something.
That's all right.
Triple H says that the men's and women's Royal Rumble is going to be epic.
Oh, that means it's gonna be bad. Oh my god, he needs to shut up. Every time he makes it worse, he curses himself. After coming back from before we get to the main event, ladies and gentlemen, It's you know what time it is. It's time to go to the Mount Olympus. Let's go.
If you're not tan and jacked and ready to attack, or if you are weak and pale and ready to fail, then this is not the place for you, cause it's time for the stardometer with its gun.
Ooh, looking pretty juicy. Listen up, dummies. It's Gar has been watching NXT very carefully nowadays, and this Tuesday there's a match that explains exactly how the stud works. Jackson Drake versus Joe Hendry. You want to be a stud? You gotta have a good waist to shoulder ratio, and Jackson Drake got that all day. It's Gar especially. Look at that frame. That frame alone deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame. Now Joe Hendry, on the other hand, is built like SpongeBob. So if you ask me, his chances are looking very slim. And not slim thick like him, I'm talking slim. Because we all know that when you're in mint condition, there is no competition. Oh yeah. I'm looking like $1 million bucks right now, man. Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't see
Oh,
that
Lord.
or Tuesday, I guess.
I know. Let's go around the board. I think he gave him a 10, and we remember that it's Gall is a 14. So here are these thoughts, and then clockwise, your thoughts on the rating of. And by the way, Joe Hendry is an 8. I remember that he is an 8 because he has a chunky body. Your thoughts?
I thought it was pretty good, accurate scoring. So you know.
All right. So you went for Terrell?
That's all.
Yeah, as always, his study music be always hilarious and fun. So yeah, I liked it. And yeah, give him a 10. Wait, give him a 10. It's impressive. That's
Oh, yeah.
impressive.
For real. Jackson Drake, he's an inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
For real. And
Dr. Thirst.
yeah, he really is. You know what? Speaking of Jackson Drake, Eli Knight, man, Eli Knight is bulking up a little bit.
Yeah,
Well, he had a little size to him when he was in the parking lot. I was intending to talk about that earlier, but he looked like he's gotten bigger for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, the explanation behind the studometer, it was pretty dope.
All right. Oh, I found the button.
Living your life like you're thirsty. Living your life like you're thirsty.
Yeah, look at how little he was right there. He's gotten bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotta love life as it. Yeah, coach.
Yeah, I've been glazing Jackson Drake a lot the last few weeks, so I mean, not complimenting him would be bad. I'm happy he gets high ratings and all that. So yeah, anytime anybody gives compliments to Jackson Drake, I'm good about that.
Okay. EOD.
Yeah, I have to agree with what everybody had to say up here. Yeah, Jackson Drake. Yeah, he has put on some. I think he's got the same thing that like Cody Rhodes had, like with Stephen Amell. It's like he looks small compared to like somebody else, but just on his own, it's like like to an average person, like he's in like great shape and he has gotten bigger. So yeah, I think the rating was fair. He's got to lay off of Joe Hendry a little bit. We get it. We get it. lay off the man a little bit. We get it. Joe Hendry's not. The six packs is never going to show. We got it.
Yeah.
Not Joe
It gets
Hendry.
bad and bad. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Cam Hendricks calls out Keanu Carver, Jax Presley, and Harley Riggins. They're already in the ring. And this is the part where I told you that Jackson Presley was just like hair red and everything else, and this looked totally different. Vanity Project comes out, and for the first time probably ever, Peter Rosenberg has a change of, I think I have right here, of heart.
The man who's about to get his ass whooped.
Okay, I never thought I'd be happy to hear this annoying song, but here I am. Well, the party certainly is, I mean, it is here. Cut the music! Cut the music! Cut the music! They don't deserve no music or no Tron! You walk out here to silence! You walk out here to silence! Alright, I've had enough of these sophomoric graphics tonight. This is getting absurd.
More graphic.
The add on to that, Robert Stone was like, "Well, the party is here," and then Peter Rosenberg's like, "It's not the same when the music's not on, bro. So just let it go." So I love that. So I felt bad for Robert Stone. He really thought the party was still here. The graphic did also say that when they showed the Evolved champion, it said "not for long," so they just like put a little thing on there. Match starts. This was a beatdown completely of just epic proportions with Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes and outside just watching this murder. This match only lasted 4 minutes and 53 seconds. I'll get to the end of it. As Baylor and Smokes protested on the ring apron, they were yanked off and beaten up by Hendricks and Cole. Presley and Riggins hit necessary roughness, which was followed by a pounce from Carver. Hendricks then announced that it was now a 4-on-1 match with him joining his team. He tagged in, rolled a limp Drake onto his back, and covered him for the count of 3. Now, I want to say PW Torch's take on this, and before I say mine, this was the only thing that it could be a brutal beatdown of Jackson Drake. You had 2 very different heel factions involved here. The Vanity Project are the goofy, sneaky heels, while Team PC are the schoolyard bullies. The Vanity Project proved tonight that they can not only dish it out, but they can take it as well. They're technically very proficient in the ring with their superb teamwork, but they can also take a good old-fashioned prelim wrestler beatdown. A for me, the fact that Cam Hendricks altered the match mid-match just for funds makes it even better. Hear these thoughts? Your thoughts and rating?
Yeah, man, it was scary, man. I thought Jackson Drake was gonna die. I really did. Like the way he was getting beat up in that ring. I was like, I'm like Vanity. I'm yelling at the screen like, Vanity Project, get in there, do something. You're right there, do something. And he was just getting destroyed left and right. And for Cam Hendricks to do what he did and be petty enough to add himself into the match to get an opportunity to pin the champion so he can raise the belt over his dead carcass. That is so petty, bro. That's the most petty, but that's what they do. I think they just out frat boyed the Vanity Project at this point in time with the stuff that they were doing tonight. But this was great. It makes you look forward to see what's going to happen next week with Jackson Drake and the whole thing with everyone else. So, yeah, I think this match was well done. I think it did exactly what it was supposed to do.
C. Swifty Terrell, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I agree. It did. The outcome came as I pretty much expected, like Drake being destroyed by these 3 big tall dudes in the ring, and yeah, they did just that. But he held down for a little bit, but yeah, but the match was still pretty good. I give it an A as well. And Vanity Project, like what Swipe right, I think at least trying to kind of try, but it was still kind of outnumbered out there. So yeah, old boy got destroyed.
The match is an A for me as well, just because of the antics, the entertainment aspect of it, and don't quote me on this. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn that the crowd was either screaming Vanity or Jackson Drake, like, because you know that, because as they was getting into the ring, they were like chanting either Jackson Drake or they were saying Vanity or something like that. And I was like, oh shoot, they get in the babyface treatment, which I thought was wild because it's the Vanity Project, you know what I'm saying? But they was getting cheered as the heroes, and Vanity Project, they got jumped outside. When Cam got into the ring, it literally reminded me of Solo, like Solo Sikoa. Like it I was like, bro, he's literally acting like Solo Sikoa when he be acting petty and stuff.
Took that win, like that.
Yeah, took that win. But yeah, it's an A for me, and I was slick pissed because when the party was coming out, I was literally doing, and then they said cut the music off, so I was pissed. I was like, dang, I wanted to do my Ricky Smoke, man. Ricky Smoke song.
It says silence, no music.
Nope. That's sad too. They came out scared. Like they were still trying to do like their moves scared, but they were like, Coach, your thoughts?
Hey, I'm glad you guys mentioned it too, or at least Terrell mentioned it, because I was thinking I was going crazy that recently I'm starting to see Jackson Drake and Vanity Project as baby faces. At least personally, I've been really supporting them, so I'm glad like I'm not the only one that sees that. Because yeah, I was really supporting Jackson Drake throughout this match. For some reason, I was like cheering him on. I was like I want to see Jackson Drake pull out the underdog babyface win. I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I mean, I was still gonna try and invest myself in this stuff. But yeah, I feel like even though he had backup, there was no way they were going to win because even on the outside, they were still 2-on-2, not even talking about the 3 men in the
Mhm.
match, Drake. So there was just no way they were going to win. But yeah, a really entertaining match. And like Terrell mentioned, it's insane how well booked the ID guys are compared to like a faction like Solo Sikoa's faction. Like they're actually really better booked than some of the main roster heel factions, which is crazy because it's Evolve. And yeah, Evolve is
Mhm.
well booked. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A+ match again, just from pure entertainment standpoint. This was a really, really entertaining. What do you call it? Main event? You can't even call it that. It was a murder. But yeah,
Mm.
Murder event. Either way, EOD, your thoughts?
Yeah, I know I like the Vanity Project, but when they came out and they did the telestrator thing, was like, yeah, the Evolve champion, you have the little arrow going all the way to the bottom, like not. I'm like, come on, man, this is some kindergarten shit. But yeah, Jackson Drake did hold his own for a little bit, and remember, I think I told you last week, I'm like, Vanity Projects are gonna be. I'm not saying they're faces, but in this scenario, they're kind of the faces in this scenario, and as y'all saying, y'all getting into it, y'all like rooting for Jackson Drake, like he's a baby face, and the way he carried himself in the match, he carried himself like a baby face also, and he held his own for a little bit. It wasn't a long match, but for a little bit, it almost looked like maybe he could do something. But the fact that they controlled everything, and we see just what they could do, calling whatever they want to do in middle matches. Um, Vanny Swipe Right wasn't going to be able to do anything to help his boy, no matter what. The only thing I was surprised about the fact that Vanny Swipe Right was even there. I thought they were going to be banned from ringside, but they said, "Nah, come on, y'all can watch your boy get beat down." Basically, is what they did. Yeah. So for me and Cam, I did not see that coming. He's like, yeah, he just interjected himself into the match at the very end just to get the pin. That's petty as hell. But yeah, the whole thing was it was entertaining. I liked it. It's an A. Like this shenanigans is an A. So
Okay. Cardium, your thoughts on the main event? Vanity Project for well, actually just Jackson Drake getting murdered by 3 guys.
Yeah.
At 4.
No, not much else to add to it. I thought it was a good A+ match.
Thoughts? Before we get the final thoughts, I want to say something from PW towards final thoughts. And this is actually none of us said it. None of us said it in the group. None of us said it at all. But let me get the comments real quick before I say what it is. Let's see what it says here. I miss Gentala. Yeah, checkers. I saw a fine. What the hell? Here we go. I'll put this on here, I guess. I saw a fine muscular girl tweeting with Andrea last week on AEW Dynamite. That babe was a fine muscular Amazon. Okay, good for Andrade. All right. Final thoughts from PW Torch. This show was a 1-hour love letter to NWO, sold out. The Renegade heel faction ran the show, belittled the ID wrestlers, and ran their own spots, drew graffiti over the graphics, did biased ring announcing, and grossly stacked the odds in their favor. If you remember the WCW versus NWO era, you immediately recognize this show for what it was. Whether you remember it or not, this was an entertaining show. Is it WCW versus NWO light? Perhaps. But they do have me curious to see what they're handling with this. So here are the thoughts, final thoughts, and is this actually WCW versus NWO sold out light? Because it kind of feels like it now, if the way they described it.
Yeah, I think that's a good point by PW. I didn't think about that because, like they said, you got the heel team taking over the entire show however way they want it. And I thought it would have been a little bit more interesting. Not that there was anything wrong with it, but if they would have had Swipe Right like tied to chairs so they could watch Jackson Drake get destroyed in the rings because they couldn't do anything about it, that would have been even more like crazier. But overall, I thought the show was really entertaining. I loved how they set up the whole show. This is probably one of my favorite Evolve shows as far as the concept and the way that everything was set up. And I love the fact that Team PC actually took over the show and didn't just say that and just have certain, suggestions here and there. They really controlled everything from top to bottom. And I thought this was really cool.
Okay. TJ Wolfie Terrell, final thoughts?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. And all the shenanigans that have been going on through there with all the changes and everything what they did. The matches was more good. The man was no bad match on this whole show. So that's a good thing also. But I say them. They put up a good show today. They did that thing. Besides all the crazy stuff they did, but they did that thing.
The overall show was dope. I would give the overall show an A. Just because I've always, been a big fan of NWO. I mentioned it earlier that it felt like an NWO show with the product, the way they presented the graphics and everything, the opening of the show with the red wolf paint, wolf gang paint, wolf pack paint. I thought that was pretty amazing. Yeah, it felt like a hostile takeover.
Oh, they took over.
Oh yeah.
You got Coach?
Yeah, NWO was way before my time, before I was even alive, so I can't really give comments on that. But as for this show specifically, I'd give it an A+. I really enjoyed the show. I feel like this is one of the most memorable Evolve episodes. I feel like in total, not just the moment, but the episode as a whole. I feel like it's definitely one of the more memorable episodes. And I also like that the ID guys actually won. Usually on these types of shows, they give the baby faces like a bone, just give them one match here. I'm glad like the ID guys won every single encounter and got what they wanted. So that was really cool. So I think overall it's an A+ show for me.
Okay. The red SPC that you meant, Coach. ID.
Oh yeah, sorry, PC. Damn, my bad.
That's okay.
My bad.
It's okay. Quite all right. PC. EOD.
Yeah, you're right. Like it does remind me the NWO days. Like when Terrell was talking about it earlier. Like I was still more of a WWE guy back then, so I didn't actually see the show, but I heard about it, so I knew the shenanigans. To me, this wasn't the best Evolve show, but it is my favorite Evolve show they've ever done. I thought this was like great from top to bottom, the concept, and I was thoroughly sports entertained with this entire show, and that's all I can really ask for. So I'm gonna give it an A+. Yeah, I know I don't like the pluses and minuses too much.
Wow.
I'm giving it an A+.
Wow.
He's all
Okay.
right.
I'll give you that. I kind of feel like the same thing as well. They after PW Torch said that, like, yeah, it kind of feels like NWO sold out. I remember I saw it live, and I still remember like everything was black and white, new world order. The freaking Tony Schiavone, other guys, like, get the fuck out of commentary. We're here. It was Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and the other guy just sitting there just doing commentary. I wish, as we talked about it in this show, I wish that they were mic'd up, as Terrell said it, like Cam was just mic'd up doing commentary. That would have been awesome. And I think Robert Stone said that too. Like, hey, you want to do commentary with them? Like, what are you even talking about? Hell no. So like, if they were smart, obviously they didn't write this, but if they were smart, where Cameron Hendricks said, like, if I won, we have another week of Team PC winning. Because again, this was 1 week, but you can make implications for months ahead in the time.
Oh, the genie aspect.
Yeah, exactly.
Wish you
Oh,
from
we
me.
won this is it. Well, I don't know. I want this to happen.
Yeah, a comparison I might give is, since I didn't watch that, I don't know if you guys watched TNA when it was the time period of the main event Mafia.
Yeah.
When they
my God.
and Booker T got on commentary and Scott Steiner was doing ring announcing.
Oh my
and I
God.
thought
Insane.
that was
Call this match. It's called this moves in the match.
Black Snow.
Yeah.
Terrell said it
Oh,
earlier.
man.
It's like, all we need is that.
Booker T is just insane.
But we need that.
He's a man.
But
Yeah, we
my
need
love
the
letter.
entertainment aspect back in WWE. The element of surprise in WWE's like main roster is gone. It's, oh my God. It's like they love spoiling everything themselves when you think about it at times. And I feel like we get that with NXT and Evolve. They have that old school formula of surprises, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
especially
Saying that, to hold on, because Vanity Project was, I think they're being set up and framed because no one says, hey, you need to get up. Our match is up next. When it's still chair in their hands. So I think they're being set up because
Yeah, I agree.
Of Evolve tie-in. All right,
Oh my
sorry.
God.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
back to what Terrell said, especially with NXT, the shows just feels natural. It feels like stuff are just happening. It feels like in the old times where it feels like the show was just booked on the fly because stuff was just happening. And with Evolve 2, I really like that. It doesn't feel like everything is pre-planned ahead of time. It feels like there's actual surprises and things are actually progressing and stakes are made all throughout the show. And I really appreciate that.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel like each match has a barcode on it.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah. Now, I want to say two things before we leave. One thing, there was an update between Ariana Grace and Nikita Lyons. I couldn't get it because they included the clip from Evolve, but basically they were saying that since that psychic told her to change her ways, Nikita Lyons has been running around. She feels a little better, but it's been messing her up, and she needs to like try to change her ways. And Ariana Grace said that too. Now, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesday, Nikita Lyons is seeping her Evolve craziness into NXT, so much so that she tried to make a chant. Here's the chant.
Blake Monroe, guys, come on. Blake Monroe, yes, Blake Monroe. You hear it?
Bruh.
Blake Monroe.
You gotta love it, man.
I love it. That's one for Nikita Lyons. Now, here's something I want to ask everyone here, and a question down below at the end of the show, so you can leave your thoughts down below in the commentary and in the comments. We have former Evolve, but 3 Evolve talent in the ladder match on Tuesday. Mind you, the match between Cam Hendricks and Jackson Drake is next week. The ladder match is the day before. So, question for everyone down here in the table before we get out of here, and we'll go clockwise. Here are these thoughts. Who's going to win the ladder match at NXT? We have Carver, we have Legacy, we have Drake, and other dudes. So who the hell in Evolve who do you think is going to win? And if someone wins, will Jackson Drake lose on Wednesday?
Oh, so who's going to win the ladder match for the championship on NXT?
Yes, because the next day will be another match for Jackson Drake.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I don't think anyone from Evolve is gonna win that ladder match on NXT. Just in my personal opinion. But that's a good question. So then that means Jackson Drake will probably have to lose it. But is NXT taped before? Like how is it the schedule taping? So
NXT is live on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Evolve is taped.
No.
Already pre-taped.
It's already predetermined.
So if Jackson Drake comes out there without the title, then we know what happened.
No. That's the thing, though. Jackson Drake will come with the title because it's the day before. We don't know what happens until the day after. Again, it's spoiled. We don't know what's going to happen on Wednesday, but we know that Jackson Drake guaranteed is going to be in NXT with that belt. Now, the question I asked you, if Jackson Drake wins the belt on Tuesday, will he lose on Wednesday?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Of course. Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense otherwise. He got to drop something.
Okay. So you went for Terrell? That question. Who wins the ladder match?
Oh, yeah, man.
Drake win, should he lose on Wednesday?
So we have so for NXT we got Ricky Saints, Shiloh Hill, and Deion Lennox, and Joe Hendry, of course. For Evolve, we have Jackson Drake, Keanu, and Sean Legacy. As bad as I want Ricky to win, for some reason I don't think Ricky's gonna win. I feel like they're gonna give the belt for some odd reason to Joe Hendry. That's what I feel.
Do I think
they could hit us with a swerve because he has the biggest challenge in the whole match.
Yeah,
because he was just recently in the hospital. He got to recover. He just got possibly re-hurt again in that brawl. If Jackson Drake wins the ladder match and then he wins against Cam,
double champ
Drake is not.
He ain't gonna
act right at all.
He not gonna.
And I would definitely love to see that because that means Swipe Right got to get those tag belts, man.
Don't go for some gold.
Yeah, that'd be easy.
All right. All right.
And I would definitely love to see that. I would love to see that.
I think we're gonna see Zilla next week too.
Oh man.
I think he's gonna attack Ricky Saints. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yes. Yep. Booker T's reaction though.
Booker T reaction.
His reaction is gonna be crazy.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell?
I feel bad for him. Now I don't. Coach, your thoughts on this? Who wins the ladder match next week? And if Jackson wins, should he lose the belt the next day?
Realistically, who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be Ricky Saints. I feel like he makes the most sense and they've been pushing him the most. But like Terrell and CJ Wolfie said, I can really see Joe Henry winning it. It would also make sense. So those two are probably who I think are going to win. But if I had to choose someone I want to win, I think it's Jackson Drake. Again, I've been praising the guy a lot, but I do think he would be an interesting champion. I feel like he's the most entertaining character right now on NXT and Evolve, and that's what I would like in my champion. But if he wins, yeah, he's not holding that Evolve championship. It would be cool, but they're like gonna have him drop it immediately. I don't see him doing double duty. But yeah, it's probably gonna be Ricky Saints or Joe Henry. I'm leaning towards Ricky Saints, but I'm fine with either.
Okay. All right. EOD?
Yeah, I'll start off with if he keeps the belt or not. If he ends up winning, no. All right, so next go to the to the next thing. Who's gonna win?
Wow.
I think I agree. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna let him be Evolve and NXT champion. That's not gonna happen. If he wins the NXT championship, he will definitely lose Evolve. Even if he didn't have the match, he just wouldn't just show up. They'll just be like, hey, he's not the champion no more. They'll figure that out. But yeah, who I think is gonna win? I agree with Coach. I think Ricky Saints is gonna win. Actually, for the same reason that here he starts at Zillafat too. They had a program that built out of reality wrestling where he showed up and Ricky Saints was in the match, showed up and beat down Zilla, and so he still wants his payback. Joe Hendry would be cool too, but now that he did get taken out at the beginning of last match or on Tuesday, now you could have a mystery. Well, who took out Joe Hendry if it wasn't Vanity Project? Who was it? And have something going on with that. And plus, I don't think he's long for NXT anyway. I think he's about to go to the main roster. So it kind of wouldn't even make sense kind of that way. But unless they just want to have an accolade on, say, oh yeah, he was the NXT champion for, maybe he could be a transitional champion. All the Evolve guys, I don't see it right now, even though I think NXT, they're in a transition. But I think going forward, Jada Parker is going to be the face of NXT because I think that's the whole reason why they had Trick and Oba and all them there for so long. It's still a TV show that needs ratings and everything, so we have to give out big rating people. And I think all these guys are in the picture because these are the next up and coming people. So we're going to throw them in here so everybody can get a good look at them. And eventually, like I do think Jackson Drake has the potential to be eventually the NXT champion, but he just got here and everything. So we got to get them used to these guys because they got a lot of new people just in this match. What, Shiloh, Jackson Drake, Lennox isn't new, but you know he's new, kind of newer to the picture. And Sean Legacy, I mean, that's to me, this is more just to get them more exposed than anything else. So okay, now we have a division. So I think Ricky Saints makes the best choice. So
I should add,
Go on, Coach.
I should add, you're right. They've been building up the NXT men's division, but we also have a lot of guys coming like you at. Oh, my bad. You guys talk. I'll talk when the dogs stop barking.
That's quite all right.
Yeah, Brian, break it back there.
That's quite all right. I'll wait to so Coach can say something. But I have a thought. People forgot about this. It's been 28 days since that botch that Jackson Drake said that he was a champion for 200 days. Next week is the day exactly that he said he was going to retain that belt. So on the purpose of Wednesday, yeah, I think Jackson Drake's going to lose that belt. He kind of messed himself up. He botched himself on that with the words. That's one. Two, the ladder match. Okay. Okay. I guess we're all okay with the taste of having a 3-time champion in Ricky Saints, but the second time was kind of a fluke. Okay, sure. He's 3-time champion now. He passes 2-time Trick. He passes Oba. He passes everybody. He's just 3-time Saints. I'm like, all right, whatever. Sure, I guess. And then he'll lose it again. But it has to be, for me, if you want something new, if you want something to shake up the division, Jackson Drake, Keanu Carver. I would like to say Sean Legacy, but you're too much of a dork, Legacy. I'm sorry, dude. We already did the experiment with Sami Zayn back in 2016. We're not doing that again. So it would be the monster Keanu Carver, or it will be Jackson Drake. The implications is that eventually one of them was going to have to fight Tony D'Angelo. One of them has to fight Tony D'Angelo. That's the problem.
The winner is definitely dropping it to Tony D'Angelo.
Oh yeah.
But I feel, but I like EOD and Coach to say that it's going to be Ricky, only because that's going to be pure entertainment. Yeah. Like Ricky Saints trying to duck Tony D is going to be hilarious as crap.
Yeah.
But what if, like, just think about this real quick, and this could be completely wrong. I'm just throwing stuff against the wall. I like doing this. But what if Tony D is involved with Joe Hendry getting hurt and somehow gets involved in a ladder match? Would that change to you guys thinking that he could win the championship at that point? Because we know it's going to him at some point, especially with this new gimmick.
Or
It-
they
I
try
think
to
they're
find a way to
saving-
make it into an 8-man because it's 7-man right now.
How Ava, because remember Ava was talking about how like you better not get involved in this. Like she bailed him out. I actually thought she was going to insert him into the match in place of Joe. Like that's what I thought was going to happen, but that didn't happen. She's like, all right, don't interfere in this match. So basically, like, hey, under no circumstances, I'm putting you in this match for some reason. You're gonna. That's what I think. And I still get like the 1-on-1 match later. But
I know Ava
what
messed
you're
up because Ava said that. I'm thank you for that. Like Ava messed up and said this. Oh, if Joe Hendry's healed, he's in the ladder match too. So he's automatically in the ladder match without even having a match with Jackson Drake. It could be that way as well, that Joe Hendry's going to the match next week, and on the way to the match, he gets hurt again. And then Tony D'Angelo just walks into the ring. No one gives him a favor. No one says you're authorized. It's like, you know what? I'm in the ladder match just because. Anybody got a problem with that? And he's like, nope. All right, fine. Because like this is weird Ava Tony D'Angelo thing happening. Like you're treating him like you're Vince and he's Shawn Michaels. Like he could do no wrong. Like that's sketch. That is real sketch, Ava.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And she's got Braxton Cole as his bodyguard. That's a whole other story. But
oh my god, we'll talk about that next week.
Go on, Coach. Go. Yeah, what I wanted to say earlier is I love how the men's division is being built with all these new stars from Evolve coming up. But also we have a few people coming soon too, like Zilla Fatu, you guys mentioned earlier. We're also getting Will Hobbs or like Roy Skis or whatever his name is now. And Leon Slater is also practically NXT bound whenever his contract is up. So we still have a lot of big names still technically to come into. So I feel like the men's division is really going to be like insane by the end of the year because I think they're doing a really good job at building it at the moment. But yeah, I just wanted to mention there's still big names coming.
Forgot about
but before we go, here's a question. Like, here's the thing though. They're boosting up the men's division super stacked for the year for 2026. Where's the women? Where are the women? Like we have the same women for the same year. We have the same 5 women now for the same year. Again,
I think it really depends on
Lola,
the Royal
Thea.
Rumble. If somebody gets called up, I think right now it's a backlog because right now Kendall's essentially an NXT like without hey, welcome to NXT.
Yeah,
Callie Armstrong's kind of hang out in the background, and I think really the same thing would happen with the men. How they called up their big people, like I think it's just a backlog. Hey, if they call up JCJ and they call up somebody else, Jada Parker, I was hoping they called up, but right now look like she's probably going to be the way her reaction is. She's going to be the Becky Lynch of NXT. It's not going to be some guy and Becky Lynch is the top girl. She might actually be the top person on NXT with like the reaction that she's getting right now. And Blake Monroe, I thought she was going to get called up, but right now maybe after the feud with Jada Parker, maybe they'll call her up. Who knows? But I think it's more of a backlog is what it is with the women. So
I think the reason is because they lost all their major men stars. If they lose all the major women stars too, I think the ratings are going to be in the dump. So they can't really give that up right now. Because if you lose Jada Parker and you lose Blake Monroe and you lose So Rook and all of them too, the women's division is still good, but where's like all the star power that keeps people watching? Because you don't have Obafemi or Trick Williams or Javon Evans anymore. So you're kind of heavily relying on your women's division, which has been your major selling point.
Yeah, Josh Briggs is famous only on Instagram, crapping on people, crapping on him. And with that, we are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Hear these thoughts, please tell them your socials. And we'll
sorry to hear these thoughts. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Terrell, CJ Wolfie.
You can follow us on our link trees, which is my link tree. It's linktree/CJ Wolfie 15, and you can go and give it a good like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, and you can find me on Linktree/ForRealTerrell. Together we have content together for Real Love 15 on YouTube, and you can follow us on our social medias.
Yes, Coach.
I'm Coach FCHW on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm also Brian FCHW on Instagram, but I'm really only active on YouTube. So if you're interested, just go there.
All right, UD.
Yeah, you can find me at Linktree /end of days 33. My wrestling page is EOD33 Wrestling Hub, but that's gonna be in the link tree too. So just link tree and the days 3-3. Follow all my socials.
And check it out, EOD Sports. Really good channel. Find me on Ricky Reactions on the road to 5,000. Check us out on PWF Wrestling on the road to 100, maybe. If not, that's cool. Stay healthy, stay happy. Remember that Chewy, I still don't like you. Get better. And we will get a match between Layla and Mason. We will get a match between It's Gall. We'll get them all back. But episode 46 is a non-PC episode, which means Chewy still stinks. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh boy, he's got a fresh spray tan. He's looking like $1 million bucks right now. Guess who it is, dummies? It's Gal. With a massive shout out to the PUWF crew. We're talking Terrell, CJ, For Love, EOD Wrestling, Coach FCHW, and Cardi M. Oh yeah, you guys have been covering WWE Evolve since episode 1, and much more importantly, you've been talking about me. It's Gal. Every single week. Smart move, dummies. You know greatness when you see it, when you smell it, and right now it smells like mint condition. No competition. Oh yeah. I was also asked to rank Chewy Martinez on the Studometer. Am I seeing right? Listen, I looked at Chewy, I looked at the charts, and the Studometer doesn't even go that low. So Chewy is not even in the books. But I want to thank you guys for being fans of It's Gal. And don't forget, you got to keep it lean, keep it tight. The abs are blazing through the night. Oh yeah.